Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a little dupe video for you guys. Is it a dupe? Isn't it a dupe? Is it just as good? Is it similar to? You'll have to watch till the end to find out my final thoughts on the product. So, as I always do, sit on TikTok most of the night, not most of the night, just a long time while I'm in bed going to sleep when I should be sleeping. And I came across a video and this girl was swatching it on her hands and it was the Milani Glow. Haven't tried this before, so I picked it up and she was comparing it to the Hollywood Flawless Filter and she said dupe. I don't know, dupe is a strong word to use if they are not exactly identical. So I did a side-by-side comparison. Does it show up perfectly on film? No, these are lighter products, but in person I can tell what it looks like and I will give you my thoughts on that, as well as I am trying out the Milk Makeup contour wand, contour stick, bronzing stick, whatever you want to call it, matte bronzer stick. So I'm trying that out today as well. So if you want to see how that performs and my thoughts on that, then just keep watching. Okay, so I picked up the Milani Glow Skin Tint in the shade Light Medium. And I was watching TikTok like I always do, and scrolling through, someone said that this was a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. Dupe or similar to, I don't know. I am going to test it out and see what it is, check it out for you guys and see if it is an actual dupe or if it's just something that is similar. So the Milani Glow is said to have electrolytes, coconut water, 29% squalene, water blend, vitamin C and E. It's an ultra luminous skin tint, sheer to light coverage, melts into skin for a natural dewy glow. So that is the similar kind of vibe you get from the Charlotte Tilbury. The Charlotte Tilbury looks like it has more like luminosity and like little flicks of shimmery bits in it. So we'll see what they look like side by side on the skin and see if we can call it a dupe. First, I want to test it out on the back of my hand and just give her a go there, do a little swatch, side by side swatch. So the first one is the Charlotte Tilbury, and this I have been using again constantly. I just love to have something just light and dewy on the skin with just a hint of coverage and a hint of color. Just makes you look so fresh. All right, let's see how this goes. I might need to shake this up. It feels very oily compared to the Charlotte Tilbury. So that is the Milani. It has a really nice smell. It's got like the butter bronzer smell from Physicians Formula. So if you like that smell, it's got that smell. The Charlotte Tilbury looks a little lighter. And they almost look similar on the skin on camera. But the Charlotte Tilbury dried down quicker and the Milani is still feeling quite greasy and oily. So I'm going to try shaking it because it kind of like had a drop of oil mixed into it when I applied it to the skin, probably because it's just kind of separated a bit in the bottle. So I'll need to shake it up and see. Check it out again. So first I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. And I'll go in on this half of my face and I'm going to blend it in with my hands so that I'm not mixing the two on the brush. I usually do mix this in with my BK101 brush. Just I find that it just smooths out nicer than my fingers. All right, I got it all blended out. And it just looks so hydrating and dewy on the skin. Love this. Okay, I think a little bit of the Milani goes a long way, it seems. So this has an oilier feel to it. It smells so good though. It doesn't feel like it blends out as easy, but whatever, that's not a big deal. Like you kind of just have to work at it a little more than the Flawless filter. And there is a little bit of a shade difference. The Milani is a little darker, but that'll be good for summertime. So I'm getting a little bit of weird lighting from the sun coming and going from behind the clouds, but from what I can see, the Charlotte Tilbury has more luminosity. Like that's a definite. I don't know if the Milani would be something good for someone with oily skin. It doesn't feel like it dries down as well as the Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know how it wears throughout the day either, but just looking at them side by side, they just give that like healthy, dewy, hydrated look to the skin. Like they both equally do that. They both give the same kind of coverage. And I think that if you are looking for something almost near similar, you could call a dupe at a more affordable cost. The Milani might be a great selection, a great choice for you. It just lacks a little bit of that radiance that the Charlotte Tilbury, like once you put it on your skin, you just feel like a glowing goddess. Like it just lacks a hint of that. But like the slightest bit, that's all I can say. That's all I can kind of decipher from looking at them side by side. But I think that that'll be like the next best thing to use if you want that effect that the Charlotte Tilbury gives. I'm gonna go in and finish my makeup and see how well this pairs with other makeup. I'm gonna try out the Milk bronzer, the matte bronzing stick now, and see how that plays on top of the products. I tried out the bronzing stick the other day and it is beautiful. It is like emollient enough that it blends out nicely on the skin, but like you don't lose the color throughout the day, and it's not too drying. Like sometimes I find with bronzing sticks, you put it on and like you really got to work at blending out those little spots, especially if you dot it on the skin. And like sometimes I'll have a dot here or there on my neck, but it just blended out seamlessly. The color is perfect. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. Like nice enough to look like contour and bronzer at the same time. Like you could just go with that instead of doing like a contour and then bronzer on top. You could just use the one product. So I'm gonna say that not that I put much of the Charlotte Tilbury up around my eyes, but it looks like the concealer is blending out nicer on the Charlotte Tilbury side, even just up on this portion of my cheek. So another little TikTok trick, TikTok hack that I learned a little while ago was to, instead of applying your contour stick directly to your face and trying to blend out that line, to just use a brush. And I think just using a brush on this little contour stick and just the shape of it works out nicer anyways. Let's see if I can do a side by side. It just showed that, like, so you just get like a nice smooth out look when you just apply it from the brush, like apply it using the brush. Let's try doing a line and then I mean, this bronzer is so nice that it does just kind of blend out, but you can see that you just get more of a diffused look by just applying it with the brush. But like I said, this blends out gorgeously, but still leaves you with so much color. Now I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer and just kind of set the bronzer in place. It blended equally as nice on both sides, so neither side has the advantage for the cream bronzer. And this is what I used when I first tried the bronzer. I used the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter with the Milk bronzer and then the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer over top. Alright, so I just went in with my Natasha Denona Glam Palette and used a few of the neutral tones in and on the brow bone, and then just used some of the L'Oreal Blue Mascara just to add a little bit of color to the eye look. It's actually a lot brighter in person, so it looks really cool. Just having these blue outer corners, kind of looks like a blue wing. Yeah, it looks really pretty. Okay, so visibly on my skin, I'm going to try to take you guys to the natural light and check it out, but for me, looking at myself in the mirror, I can see less texture on my skin on the Charlotte Tilbury side. I feel like the Milani side kind of sunk into my texture. Like, it just didn't play as well as the Charlotte Tilbury side. So FYI to that. As it's setting in, it's not looking as nice. All right, I don't know if it makes a huge difference in the natural light, but I can see in person that the Charlotte Tilbury is looking better than the Milani. It just looks more luminous. It doesn't settle into my texture or enhance it. It just blends into the skin and kind of blurs out imperfections. So will I use the Milani? Yes, I definitely will use it. It smells amazing. It's something quick and easy to put on, gives you nice color and a little bit of that glow, but I do much prefer the Charlotte Tilbury. And I know you guys are obsessed with my weather updates. No, you're not. But we're finally getting sun. I feel like it's been cloudy for a month and the snow is melting. It's the beginning of May. We're getting there. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again soon.